Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. Wisynco became the latest company to list its shares on the Jamaica Stock Exchange this year. It was the 11th stock listed in 2017 and it ended up 25% today. Dashan Hendricks tells us more.
This has been an unbelievable year.
Wisynco Chairman William Mahfood reflecting as he addressed the listing ceremony for the company on Thursday, following its recent successful initial public offering.
The 6.17 billion raise is the single largest amount received from investors on our market via an initial public offering of ordinary shares.
It's a huge vote of confidence not only in our economy, but a vote of confidence in the company and the management team.
The listing takes Wisynco from being a privately held family company to a public one with 2,000 new shareholders.
It is the first time we are having a listing so late in the year.
Getting it to this point has not been easy. Mrs. Street Forest saying it tested the mettle of employees of the stock exchange. The lead broker, NCB Capital Markets, said it too was tested. 40 temporary workers were hired to help.
Who too came in on the weekends and also worked until ungodly hours.
But with this listing over the line, an appeal for others to follow suit, including the state's divestment of public assets.
I'm going to appeal to the government in a time when we want to look at growth and prosperity, that they need to now divest some of those companies to the market.
For the Business Day, I am Dashan Hendricks.
In the meantime, Mr. Mahfood says Wisynco has taken on the distribution portfolio for British-based Unilever.
We will be announcing, subject to some final contractual arrangements, taking over today actually the distribution of the Unilever Foods business. It's a substantial portion of business that comes, brands like Hellmann's, Red Rose Tea, Lipton Tea, the spreads like Flora, and I can't believe it's not butter. Wisynco will also take over the ice cream business of Unilever Foods and makes us really the strongest ice cream distributor with about 90% of all retail ice cream sold in Jamaica.
Lasco was the previous distributor of the Unilever products. Barita Investments has released audited financials showing it made $203 million in profits for the 12 months up to the end of September. The earnings represented a slight dip from last year and came despite its holding company recording an $84 million loss.
We had an investment in a startup company which has not, for want of a better word, come true in the time that we expected it to. So prudence would point us to providing for that investment until that thing comes true. So we had to provide for $100 million for that. And as a result of that, the holding company suffered that loss.
Mr. McNaughton said the provisions is expected to be one-off. The US dollar sold for $125.09 at the end of trading today. The Canadian dollar was going for $99.86. The pound sterling costs $164.20, while the euro is selling for $146.74. Stocks ended mostly higher, pulling the JSE index up more than 2,159 points, while the junior market index lost 8. The winners of the day included Access Financial, C2W Music, CAC 2000, Carreras, Grace Kennedy, Paramount Trading, Salada Foods, and Wisynco. Now on the losing end were Cargo Handlers, Dolphin Cove, G West, Jetcon, Lasco Manufacturing, and Sagicor Group. And that's the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. Good evening.